What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is week 2 of our grand investing experiment, the $4,000 challenge, where I've put 4 different investing strategies head-to-head to see which one comes out on top. Now, if you were here for week 1, you know it was a wild start. My self-managed account, the one where I pick all the stocks myself, came screaming out of the gate. Let's roll the week 1 leaderboard to see where we started. I was in the lead by over $79. I was feeling pretty good, not gonna lie. The S&P 500 was in a distant second, and our 2 Robo-Advisors, Robinhood and Vanguard, were basically at the starting line. But a lot has changed. This week, the real experiment begins. As I promised, I've started my weekly $50 deposit into each of these 4 accounts. So we're not just testing performance anymore, we're testing how each strategy puts new money to work. The big question is, at the end of week 2, do we have a new leader? Oh yeah, let's get into it. We're going to mix up the order this week and start with our benchmark, the S&P 500 only account. As a reminder, this account is simple. I put $1,000 in, and I just bought VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Last week, it was at $1,002.82. I added my $50 deposit, bringing the total cost basis up to $1,052.82. So where did it land? At the end of week 2, the new balance for the S&P 500 account is $1,036.74. Ouch. So even after adding $50, the account is down over $16. This tells us it was a bit of a rough week for the US stock market. This is our baseline, and the baseline went down. This is going to be important as we look at the other accounts. Last place for now, $1,036.74. Alright, let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's talk about my account. The wildcard self-managed account. Last week, I was the champ. I was riding high at $1,081.99. This week, I added my $50, bringing my total invested cash to $1,050, but my account value was $1,081.99. So where is it now? The new balance for my self-managed account is $1,041.84. And just like that, I am no longer in the lead. My high-flying account from last week came back down to earth. Even after adding $50, the balance fell by about $40. This means my holdings from last week, OKLO, Robinhood, BPU, and Kohl's, must have taken a beating. This is the definition of volatility, folks. What goes up fast can come down just as fast. I am officially disappointed, but this is a marathon, not a sprint. So, what did I do with my new $50 deposit? I went with a company I've loved since I was a kid. I bought Disney. I know Disney has had its ups and downs, but I'm a long-term believer. And I have to say, I'm a huge theme park fan. Although I am pretty sad to see that Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America are being retired. But I am so excited about the new additions coming to the Magic Kingdom in Disney World, especially the new Piston Peak National Park and, you guys, the Villains-themed land. Are you kidding me? That's going to be incredible. So I'm putting my money where my heart is. We added Disney to the portfolio. We're in a bit of a hole, but we're still ahead of the S&P 500. For now. Current standing, 3rd place, $1,041.84. Okay, now things get interesting. Let's check in on our last place contender from week 1, the Vanguard Digital Advisor. Last week, this account was flat at $1,000. This week, I added the $50 deposit, bringing the total invested to $1,050. The new total account balance is $1,051.81. Hey! A comeback. While the S&P 500 and my account were losing money, this boring Robo-Advisor actually made $1.81. Let's look at why. Vanguard put that $50 to work. The new holdings are VTI, total U.S. stock market $686.50. VXUS, total international stock $365.30. Cash, 1 cent, got to love it. This is the perfect example of diversification. The S&P 500 was down, so VTI, the US market, was probably down too. But VXUS, the international stocks, must have had a good week. That international exposure balanced out the losses in the US and pulled the whole portfolio into the green. That is a huge shakeup. From fourth place all the way to, well, let's see our last contender. Current standing, second place, $1,051.81. That brings us to our final account, the Robinhood Strategies managed account. Last week, this was in third place at $1,002. I added my $50 deposit, bringing the total invested to $1,052. So, what is the final balance for week 2? The Robinhood managed account is $1,052.97. And there you have it. We have a new champion. The Robinhood managed account, which was in third place, has jumped to the #1 spot. Like Vanguard, it weathered the down market and managed to eke out a small gain of 97 cents. Let's look at its mix. U.S. stocks, 78.27%. U.S. bonds, 6.41%. International stocks, 14.81%. Cash, 0.51%. This is so interesting. Unlike Vanguard's all-stock approach, Robinhood's aggressive model holds 6.4% in bonds. In a week where stocks went down, those bonds acted as a safety net. They didn't go down. They held their value, which was just enough to push this account into the top spot by just over $1. Current standing, first place, $1,052.97. What a week. I was not expecting that. Let's put up the official new leaderboard. This is the great reversal. The two leaders from last week, my account and the S&P 500, are now in third and fourth place. And the two laggers from last week, the Robo-Advisors, have taken the lead. This is a perfect lesson in short-term volatility. My high-risk, high-reward strategy got hit. The boring Robo-Advisors, built for diversification, did exactly what they were supposed to do. They protected the downside. And look how close it is. I am super excited to see just how close the Vanguard Digital Advisor and the Robinhood Strategies accounts are. They are separated by just $1.16. I am genuinely so excited to see what happens next. I am, of course, disappointed that my self-managed account is no longer in the lead, but this is exactly why we are doing this experiment. I'm looking forward to next week. Does Robinhood Strategies start to pull away with its bond allocation? Or does the Vanguard Digital Advisor's all-stock portfolio pull ahead if the market bounces? And what about me? Will I still be ahead of the S&P 500, or will my stock picks fall to last place? I am so excited about this journey and this experiment, and I look forward to what the future holds. What do you think of my $50 Disney pick? Was it a good move or just nostalgia? And which account do you think will be in the lead next week? Let me know in the comments. If you're enjoying this, please hit that subscribe button and follow me on this adventure. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in week 3.